Okay, hey guys, my name is Carlo Gonzalez. I will be your dungeon master for tonight. And yeah, I'm looking forward to crafting this wonderful story with all of you. And I'm very grateful that all of you decided to show up and not cancel. So I'm really happy for that. All right. Um,
Actually,
yeah.
Actually,
Actually, I was forced to be
I
here.
was on my way out. Hard
All
stop ako
right.
7:30 DM.
I'm sticking.
Yep. And that's the shortest D&D campaign ever.
Bye.
No, no, just kidding.
Do we level up?
All right. Uh, oh man, those questions.
Hello,
Okay.
hindi check na.
So, if everyone's Gina, right? This is the
Yes.
second, the fifth G. All right,
Tara,
cool.
tara.
All right. Without further ado, we'll get into the story. Welcome to Aberdeen. The year is 815 ME, modern era, so to speak. This continent is divided by both craggy terrain and political powers. The Radaford Alliance, a collection of city-states and suburban regions united by the Radaford Decree, monopolizes Aberdeen's southern region, controlling most of its ports and shores. It thrives on the influx of trade and cultural ideas. Its most prominent port is Baldur's Gate, followed closely by Hero City, a metropolis of technology and scientific progress, and Tasselheart, a city of the Dalelands whose meritocracy and progressive political reforms have greatly influenced most of the South's political landscape. Beyond the Great Desert lies the Eastern Spire, a harsh but fruitful land rife with different human, orcish, and goblin tribes, primarily under control of the Boar Tusk Pact. Its helm city, Durotar, manages to keep warring factions under peace talks. Surrounded by a myriad of forests and deserts, the eastern denizens thrive off the land, excelling in agriculture and ancient magics. Rural farmlands like the Deeping Dale and RokRokKanna thrive by the great river Nathanix. The Quivering Forest, being a subject of interest for those who seek to uncover the very secret of the magical weave that permeates this world of Mundus, is protected by an ancient magic to ward off selfish pillagers. To the north, trudging to the west, lie the frozen wastelands of Mascopa, where magical residue of the ancient battles fought by the gods before the Great Separation dwell. The Magnus Imperium has kept a vigil over these lands for fear of a resurgence of ancient evils. In the western side of Mascopa, well within the boundaries of the Magnus Imperium, uh, let's call it the Great Empire because Magnus Imperium is a mouthful for me, I think. Having had 14 generations, the Great Empire has slowly spread to encompass the surrounding societies of the region, absorbing many different city-states under its wing. Under the current rule of Alexander Corvallis, the boundaries of the and Alexander Corvallis, now in his 65th year, most are left to their own devices. Its inhabitants live as they did before the exception of being taxed with a tithe of what they produce and what they earn. Follow its rules, worship its gods, and bow before the installed leadership. In return, Imperials, or the denizens of the Great Empire, are protected from the chaos that usually stalk well-accomplished civilizations. This arrangement has led to a prosperous century for the Magnus Imperium's political elite. Everything is owned by the Empire and run by the Empire. Anything that does not abide by its rules and norms is summarily put to death. Our story begins in a much smaller scale, in the rural town of Sugate. Um, This rural town has found success in trade of ale, fish, crops, and adventurer guilds, which is prominent across all of Mundus. Here in this town of abundance and booze, paths start to cross and destinies align. We begin at the 18th hour of the 24th of October in front of the Boulder Forge Inn. It is cold and your feet hurt from the cobblestone road and your long journey across your land from whatever land they may be. And we're gonna start with by seeing a masked man donning leather armor adorned with pockets and pens. He stands across the candle lantern lit establishment of the Boulder Forge Inn. And Fonzie, kindly introduce your character, please.
You see a human. What time of day is it, DM?
It's that's the 18th hour, so it's 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
In our real world.
You see him as he is walking down the streets of this strange new land that he has not really seen. He's curiously fiddling around a piece of paper that he seems to like scan through and look around for parang pieces of information or signs or or street signs or names of places. And he seems to be venturing forth, kind of lost. You see him fondling through as well, parang pieces of soft white off-white masks that seem to be made out of paper mache that he seems to have all over his waist, hanging from his belt, where there is a rapier and a few other trinkets that he is holding on to. He proceeds down this path kind of like a lost guy, but he is making his way through this streets now, kind of like in a hurry, because he has to catch up to something. He is running a bit late and he is lost.
Yes. All right. And as he does this, you see just a few feet behind him, from this otherwise slender build of a frivolous figure of a man. I couldn't come up with a good term to explain Fonz's fabulous figure. We come to a very um, bulky build of an individual with almost dark green colored skin and tusks that jut out of his lower jaw. Would you like to introduce your character, Luke?
Okay, so you see a green-skinned half-orc. So basically, he is very muscular, pero not that muscular in a sense that he's really that big, hulking figure. So he's a bit muscular for genetic purposes. And you see him parang just putting his pickaxe, just doing like that. And then as he walks, you can hear him say, "Work, work, ready to work." As he walks, he just keeps on saying that. And you can see a great sword just behind him.
Great
Yeah.
sword.
And he has scars. He has a claw mark. You can see claw marks on his chest and a bite mark on his right forearm. Yeah, so that's what you see.
All right. Thank you, Luke.
Work, work.
Fonzie and Luke, Gibson and Zabu, you enter the establishment.
Are we? Do I see him?
Yeah, you guys are all you guys see each other. But you're not quite sure where the others are going. So we're going to do the introductions that way.
All right.
All right. You can have any character interactions if you guys want to.
I can do that. Be happy to.
Work. All right.
Work. What do you want?
So the camera pans down to a more to a humbler creature. and you can hear this slurp, this tall giant of an individual, monstrous in form, and you've seen him in you've heard of these kinds of individuals from your tribe. And what you see before you is a goblin, surprisingly, who has been given access to an otherwise strict empire that does not usually take kindly uh, to his kind. Nico, kindly introduce your character.
So that I was beside ano no, Zabu.
You can be beside him. Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah, so parang you see the camera parang pan from Zabu then to his left. Tapos you don't see anything but you see a fishing rod sticking out. Tapos the camera pans down and you see this little goblin. Parang the fishing rod was the only thing alerting people of this small creature walking around this big city. And he is wearing a tattered blue robe, haphazardly sewn together. And at his back is also strapped a spellbook as large as his body. You see him carrying around a paper, pero parang yung paper it's wrapped around a fish. And
I see. Right. Okay. What is there anything you guys would want to do seeing this? The three of you.
That's an interesting looking thing you've got there, little man. I say to him, "Oh, big guy. Little guy, big guy. Okay. Interesting looking group we've got going on here. Okay. Quiet type, are we? Step inside."
Ready to work.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be a nightmare for you to roleplay that character if those are the things he only says. Look. Anyway, okay, cool. So let's not wreck the immersion a little bit. All right. And as the bombastic bard enters the inn, I assume our our Zabu and our Slurp follow. Um,
yes.
the wind comes as suddenly the attention is put on a very stoic armored warrior. He says nothing. He just looks at the letter given him and recognizes the name, the Baldur Forge Inn. Balian, would you kindly introduce your character?
Sound. The clanging of armor as Balian enters the room. You see a
Oh,
Okay.
wala mic nun, Jin.
Yep.
scratches. Alright, can you hear me?
Yep, yep.
Hello? Alright. So you see a humanoid with a worn armor, full of scratches, looks battle worn, and then you can't see his face except maybe for the glow in his eye, or whenever the light passes by his railed armor, his railed headset, um, headwear. I mean, and then you just hear a muffled sound from behind the helmet, saying Boulder Ford. And then he looks at the party. He sees the goblin and the bard. And he particularly pays attention to the goblin. Goblin.
The
And then
Goblin
he
Slayer.
Here we go.
And then he
Right.
approaches the group and stands like parang tall to tall with them. He looks at the party parang almost like challenging them. And he particularly looks at the goblin again. Goblin.
Before we roll for initiative. All right. So that happens.
I say to him, "Yes, goblin, very good."
Alright.
I'm surprised you can see under all that emo thing you got going on there.
What's with a goblin?
So
You like goblins? You like goblins?
creepy. Let's go
Put it to
inside.
work.
All right. So you guys wait there. So you guys are make your way towards the Boulder Forge Inn. At least try to go there because this is happening in between in a span of seconds. And as you do that, you hear what seems to be puppy yaps, or maybe the yaps of a small dog. So you woof, 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 at the panting as well. And suddenly, clad in leather armor, with this golden locks of what I assume are half elven hair, and there's and his mastery of his little pet wolf or dog question mark. Lester, kindly introduce your character. Galford.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So there is this one guy with a cheerful looking guy
Woof. Guy or
and
dog
a
or wolf.
very cute dog-like creature.
Wagging his
And
tail.
as yes, he's wagging. He's the dog is actually was actually sitting and just waiting for the guy to say something. So the guy named Galford D. Weller is he has Goldilocks Goldilocks hair, gold
Gross.
hair,
Very
gold hair with a very well in an armor. It's a ninja-like armor, but he is a ranger, and he is very cheerful. And he is looking at the paper. It's an invitation, and then he was just at first he was just puzzling, how did I get this? But
Yeah.
he is outside the inn, and then he just said to the dog, to the dog-like creature, "Let's go, puppy."
Do you make your way to the
Yes. So I
inn?
walk. I make my way into the inn, and then I see people, people there, but I didn't mind them because I was looking at the dog because I cannot. It's the dog. The dog-like creature is not trained yet, so
And
I'm keeping him restrained.
alright, so you're training him. Naka-train siya para stay.
Yes, I'm still
Okay.
training him.
Interesting note. As soon as you make your way towards the other figures who make their way towards the inn, you see Poppy's ears just shoot up, and yung tail just shoot up as well, and the hairs at his back suddenly start to shoot up, and then he starts growling when he looks at one of the party mates.
Ogie doggy.
Okay,
Then
now he's
you
growling
see
really hard.
you see Zabu looking at
Hey, heel,
Ogie
stay,
doggy.
stay.
And then he comes
Slurp
down.
well, smell his armpit.
Yeah, he looks at Galford. He looks at you, Galford, and manages to calm down. But he is alert. There seems to be something bothering him. But yeah, let's leave it at that. All right, and I think last but not least, you see this another half elven individual whose golden locks of perfection suddenly make his way towards the inn, clad in leather armor. Um, yeah, this with fantastic green designs. He has a very posh posture when it comes to his appearance. Findelaine, would you like to introduce your character, please? Or kindly introduce your character.
So you see this refined looking gentleman. He seems to be ordinary looking, trying to blend in the crowd as much as he can. But upon closer look, you'll see that he's he's very acutely observing his surroundings, the inn, and then his gaze turns upon the party members, which seems to be holding a piece of parchment very similar to what he's holding right now. It's an invitation for the Boulderwell Inn. So as he makes his way towards the party members, uh, there seems to be something unusual with this guy. His steps are very quiet, and I doubt that the party notices him.
Who are you referring to? Were you referring to Balyan?
Hmm.
All right.
Everyone,
All right. Okay,
but
cool.
he's following him.
Okay, yeah, you're following him. Make mark as part of your observation as well that Poppy has started to act strangely towards Zabu. And you have in your presence a goblin, an individual whose race is not particularly smiled upon by the empire. All right. So this is happening. What do you guys want to do?
Are we inside already?
Not yet. You're about to make your way there.
I
So
I,
you're at the entrance.
I look at the party and just show them a piece of paper. So all of you guys are here for the same reason?
Slurp will unwrap the parchment that yung may laman na isda. Tapos he'll put the fish in his pocket and then show the parang already malangsa na parchment.
All right.
Guys just start flying around it immediately.
Okay.
We on time. We on time.
What time is it,
Everybody
Liam?
here.
Para 8:30 para?
Yeah.
6:30 pala?
Yeah. Well, actually, when with that conversation happening and it's happening in a matter of minutes, parang it's around 6:10. So plenty of time pa before you are required to be there, which is 7 p.m. It's the 19th hour of the day.
Well, I guess we're here for the same reason. Okay. I'm going to go inside.
All right. So Gibson makes his way towards the Boulder Forge Inn. How about the others?
Jabu
Slurp,
enters as well.
Okay.
as Zabu parang enters, parang Slurp just looks at Zabu, and says, "Oh, big goblin," and then follows him.
And then Zabu looks at the goblin, small orc, then picks up the goblin,
This
puts
is
it on
great.
puts the goblin on Zabu's shoulder.
Do you allow it, Slurp?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I don't think you'll win against
and
an
then-
athletics check. So there's that. All right, cool. How about the
And,
others? Are they also going in?
Yeah, Balian sees the whole thing as the orc puts the goblin on his shoulder. Parang his left eye kind of glows a bit, and he just breathes.
Yeah. Interesting point of order as well, Balyan. This doesn't please you. Their presence, you feel as if it's an affront to humanity itself.
Right.
So I'll
right.
leave it at that, yeah, because
Parang
I've
he
read your
just
backstory.
breathes. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just breathes heavily. He just like parang out of exasperation, parang then proceeds to stomp and parang walk up the stairs papunta ng
Alright.
inn.
All right. So how about the others? Go for it. After Zabu went inside, you notice that Poppy's ears suddenly shoot up again, in an alert manner, and then parang nagwawag na yung tail niya as if he wants to follow him.
Okay, so Galford.
So I was looking at Poppy, and I am also in alert. So I was looking at who are you looking at, Poppy?
Don't have to
So
speak to
I am
animals. So I can
curious.
say it.
So so I followed in. I followed to where Poppy wants to go.
All right, follow in. Poppy still maintains. You're still his master, and he doesn't go ahead of you. Like that's the extent of your training with him. So he follows your lead. He doesn't go first, and he follows. All right. The others are also following as well, I assume. Findulane.
Yes. So as I see this strange scene coming up, though it seems weird, I still feel as if we're here for something, for a mutual goal maybe. So I just follow them into the inn.
All right, so you follow him into the inn. Okay. All right. Everyone walks into the inn, and as you enter Boulder Forge Inn, you're met with the distinct sights and sounds and smells of a typical tavern. The place is well lit and elegant, however, drowned only by the sound of talking adventurers. Across the lounge stands a counter adorned by different trinkets and frivolous designs. Just behind the counter hangs a large, bleached skull of a dragon and a bulletin board, as should all guilds have. And right behind the counter, a half-elven woman with tan skin and raven-colored eyes and black and hair greets your gaze by waving at you and inviting you to come over.
Yeah, I just wave the piece of paper around and to check if her eyes kind of like affirm that she's the one.
Yeah. She just she beckons you to come here with a very beautiful smile.
All right. I kind of I kind of wait for Findolin at the back, and I say, uh, I check his ears. Is he half elf?
Make a perception check. Unless walang hat or Findolin doesn't do anything to conceal it.
No concealment lang.
19.
He's a half elf. Blood type B. All the deets.
36, 24.
Oh,
Okay, so you don't know that he's a half elf if he's concealing it, yeah. So the hair is you couldn't get a clear view because he keeps moving, and his wonderful blonde hair is getting in the way of this clear view.
I just walk parang with him as the party, as I kind of like pull back for the party to go forward. For specifically Zabu to go forward first
Okay?
to the lady.
Okay.
I say parang, uy, parang in Elvish I say parang uy, parang interesting tong mga kasama natin, no? Parang gulo-gulo, no? Parang weird, no?
okay. So Tagalog is now Elvish for the purposes of All right. So yeah, he says this to you, Findolin. Do you respond?
So I respond, there seems to be a goblin and what looks like to be
In
an
common?
in Elvish.
Okay, cool. Act the
So,
part. Okay.
But before I say anything, I'd like to make an insight check for Zabu and Slurp.
Wow! Already with the stereotyping. Just kidding. Go ahead. What manner of what kind of insight do you want to gain from them? What do you want to get from them?
Vibe check.
It is essentially a vibe check.
Vibe check.
Okay, a vibe check. So you just wanna
I did see Slurp earlier giving that putting a fish in his pocket, showing a piece of paper. So kind of have an idea that it doesn't really mean any harm.
All right. So you want to get insight on both of them lang. I'll need you to make an insight check individually for each.
Sige. So 21 and 15.
15. Okay, 21 for Zabu, 15 for Slurp. All right, guys. Are you necessarily trying to conceal anything?
For Zabu, not really.
Not really. Okay, so Zabu, describe how what Findolin sees in terms of vibe checking. Do you look trustworthy?
Well, siguro marinig yung footsteps. So parang you just see Zabu parang walking and just holding the small goblin on his shoulder. Teka lang, parang marinig yung boses ng bata. Yeah. Nag-whine na.
That's Slurp. Sige, go. Ayan. Okay. Sige, while Zabu is waiting for the noise to subside, how about you, Slurp? Are you concealing anything of the sort?
No, you see Slurp proudly displaying his fishing rod and his spell book at his back. You just see him like comparing his small hands with the hands holding him on his shoulders. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
I say to Findolena, but I think they're in cahoots. I think they know each other.
Yeah.
As do you mind if we kind of like as humanoids, would you mind if we stuck together a little bit? I'll watch your back, you watch mine. Huh? I don't really trust you a lot. You seem to
So,
be.
Okay, sorry. Where were we?
So you see, Galford, you see, Findolin, half elf.
I say when he asked that about it. Oh, you're right. You're part of the part. You're part of the
Okay.
party.
All right. How does Galford respond?
Yes, yes, I am.
I thought you were just the guard with your dog outside checking bags and stuff.
I always get that.
You see Poppy just woof.
So I kind of saw your dog kind
Okay.
of growl at one of our people there up front. So what's that about? What's your dog about? Is he like trained
Well-
to sniff out drugs or something?
Well, I'm still training him. He's still in the early stages of becoming a dog-like creature.
A dog-like creature.
Yes, because
Whatever
he's a
does
wolf.
that mean? Oh, I see. I step away.
It's a wolf,
Okay. So you're
but
breaking.
I'm training him to be a dog. But
Okay.
in my years with Puppy, I always see him to be alert when there is trouble or there is danger. So I am now cautious. So going back to your question, I'm in. I just want to go in and go to the girl because I saw you waving your paper and I have this too. Look.
I realized that. So okay. So you watch my back, and then
Okay.
let me talk to the girl.
Okay, please do because I am restraining my dog.
All right.
Shucks, marinig si Nine.
I'm not sure where that's coming from though. I think okay. so someone's crying like at the background. I don't know.
Some random,
Alright.
Fine.
some random patron bringing his kids. I want a beer. You can't have a beer. You're too young.
Can I have
So
some
there
booze?
was this large cockroach on the table. That's
Mhm.
why parang nagwine yung bata.
Ah! It just screams in terror. All right.
We are on our way to Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Who I assume to be Esmeralda.
So you notice, Zabu, that Gibson, Findolin, and Galford rather, Galford are keeping a respectable distance, but not so much that they're like they're running away from you. So you just notice this.
Do I get the sense that they're kind of siguro wary of my presence? Parang do they see me as a threat? Do they see
Make an
Zabo
insight
as a
check.
threat?
Do you care?
Yes.
Yeah, do you care?
Does your character even care? at this point?
Actually, that's true.
If
Four.
he doesn't need to
I
roll
rolled a
before.
4. Siguro for me, in a sense lang na do I notice that they're keeping a distance?
Yeah, you
That's
do.
just
You
it,
see it.
Elsie.
They're like 5 feet away from you, so they're a separate group. And
So
you see, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So you see Zabu parang takes something out of his pocket.
Mhm.
It's pretty huge. It's a whole chicken.
Whoa.
And he just takes a bite.
Is it okay? So
You,
you
then
you
just-
see Slurp mimic this by getting a fish as well and biting on the fish.
And then parang you see Zabu What one?
Change. Exchange.
Just give each other.
Switch.
That's it. So yeah. So you mainly see this, and that kind of puts you, that kind of puts you off guard, I think. These two creatures that don't look that don't look like you suddenly becoming kinder to each other and sharing this kind of almost familial um, relationship with each other. But it's probably a tribal thing. All right, I'm curious though. What's Balyan doing? It's just you're
Breathing
you're
hard.
So Billion is like at the back. Then he sees this and he kind of like breathes heavily underneath his helm. Goblins and orcs. What is this world coming to? And then he walks past the group and approaches the woman. And he says to the woman, Esmeralda, I presume.
yes, that is I.
And then he unrolls a parchment and sees, I've come here for this. And then he kind of looks at the group, parang slowly. Don't tell me they're with me.
Well, the applications come in batches. So before we start the interview process, or the evaluation process rather, we'll need to have them join you.
And then he parang he just snorts underneath his helm. Parang, fine.
All right. Curious. You're a very, very curious individual. I can see that. Anyway,
Ano pangalan
if
ng...
you...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I say to Galford, anong baho na siguro ng helm niya, no?
In Elvish.
And Pendulin.
I think human yata siya, no?
And then he replies. And then he replies in Elvish. He replies in Elvish as well. Pareho lang tayong nakamaskara.
I whisper though, so you have to roll a perception check. You have
You have to roll a perception check to Or actually, you're not actively listening kasi you're focused kay Esmeralda. I'll have to ask Fonzie for a sleight of hand na check. Tapos your passive perception, you should beat passive perception ni Genie.
Sleight of hand. That's
Tapos the modifier should be a charisma.
That's an 18.
Yeah, you don't hear this unfortunately, Balian. Balian.
Okay.
Because your passive perception is a 12.
It's fine.
So you don't hear this.
But I see him parang look at me and I kind of like change my gaze.
So is everyone so Esmeralda just stands there smiling her beautiful smile. She strangely smiled for somehow you feel that this smile is specifically for you individually, for all of you. And she waits for everyone to just come to the counter for the orientation to start.
I say, I see you misspelled October. And I put the piece of paper in front of her.
No. That's wait. Wow, my accent is all over the place. Okay, dapat may accent tong sa Esmeralda. Sorry. Actually, no. That is how October is spelled in common.
I'm joking,
So-
of course.
Oh, I see. Bards, I've seen enough of you.
Oh, sorry, you're not my type.
Yes. I'm not good at flirting in real life, so I couldn't flirt in role-playing games. All right, so she just smiles that off.
She's literally the head of human resources. So the
Yes.
first thing that you would not do is flirt with the head of human resources.
Yes. Yeah. So
Understood.
yeah, if everyone is in the counter na and has passed their missive as proof of their application approval, Yeah.
Kunin-
So you give yours, Gibson. You give yours, Balin. She tells both of you to look, to just take a quick seat at one of the tables, or sorry, at one of the benches with an adjacent table to it. So and you will be served a little bit of food or water because they know that you guys have come from far away lands. Most of you, anyway.
Water?
Actually, yeah, a lot of you. Water, yeah. You have the option of choosing booze though, if you want.
You have Coke?
they have they have Snoke. Diet
There goes the
Snoke.
sponsorship.
Yep.
And then you hear from Billion. You hear from Billion. You have Hepsi.
Ah.
I don't
See? Ew, you're unclean. You should have yourself checked. My Hep C no show.
I've been in this armor for so
So,
long.
yep.
I am wearing a chastity belt.
So, Esmeralda, where's our cleric?
Unfortunately, it seems that none of you have the capacities for divine intervention. Unfortunately, so one of
Fuck.
you has to become. You can either choose to pledge to a deity and have a cleric of your own, but we'll see if if another player, sorry, we'll see if another adventurer comes along. We'll assign him or her to your group, assuming of course that you guys actually pass our tests.
Because I'm
So
assuming Findolin is a rogue. He's the silent type. Zabu is obviously a barbarian. He smells like one. Slurp, I don't know what you are. Valian, yeah, you kill things. And Lester, you have a dog. So, Ranger? Druid? Druid. I'm going to say Druid.
I'm a peacemaster.
I see. I haven't heard
dog
of
trainer.
that. A shooter. You're a shooter. That's what you are. So, okay. So, I assume that we're the party then, right, Esmeralda?
Yes. But this is so she sends you there muna sa bench for you guys to sit on. Because the others have yet to pass their papers pa. There are special interactions for each.
So as this is happening, you see Findolin approach the counter just beside Zabu and Slurp, and he suddenly slaps Zabu on the shoulder, and then he places his parchment in front of Esmeralda. He says, "Greetings, brave adventurers." And then he notes that Zabu is a bit unorthodox at communicating. So he tells him, "Zabu, Findolin, work."
Ano yun? Like, you slapped me? You slapped
yung
my
shoulder,
password?
Shoulder. Sa back, sa back.
Parang
Shoulder.
friendly slap.
Slap or tap? Ano ba? Slap or tap?
Ay, parang
Medyo
gipat
slap
ka sa
ka.
pat.
Para pat.
Pat. Okay. Kasi, okay.
friendly pat.
Pat,
Pat,
so,
okay.
okay.
So parang slapping narinig ko, parang what? You slapped me? Okay, anyway. So my response is simple. Ready to work. And then pats him back, pero siguro he unconsciously pats him a bit parang mas malakas pa. Parang ganun, no? Pog! Work!
I flinch upon the impact, but I still retained a friendly smile to Zabu and also to Slurp.
You see, Esmeralda sees this and she smiles, commenting, saying, I see that you are getting along with each other, and I'm glad, Findolin, that you have found the better set of friends. And then she winks at you. I'm not gonna do a wink here because I can't do winks.
What?
Ayan. No, she
Try
winks
lang,
at
try lang
Findolin. Okay.
Try
Do I
mo daw,
see
try mo
this
daw.
winking?
really can't wait.
I will
What's
inside
your-
check the wink for sexual sexual motivations DM.
All right, sige. As this is, she has already instructed you to go to the bench, but I assume you're just waiting for your comrades para sabay-sabay kayo. Sige, go
The
ahead
rule of
and
the
roll an
bard
insight.
is never go first. Insight check on the wink. That is a 7.
She's just being. She's not. How should I say this? Um, it's just a playful wink, as you would expect from human relations.
Hmm.
It's a playful wink, as if to know that like a very reassuring wink that things are going to be okay. It's very playful.
Ano na lang, Slurp will hook the missive on his fishing rod and then slowly lower it in front of Esmeralda's face.
As you do that, Slurp, she grabs the missive, she smiles, and then she reaches out for your head.
I will
Which head?
The forehead.
Okay.
This one, okay.
okay, I will do my best parang not to fall off the shoulder.
I will give her my
And
head.
she, she pats you lightly. She is
Come.
she is charmed by your, not in the sexy kind of way. She just finds you really cute.
The missive smells of fish, by the way.
It's fine. She's used to all sorts of smells.
Ooh.
Billion.
She
Billion.
works in a... okay.
Mas
Okay.
malakas yung scent ni Billion daw.
I mean,
I'm not a bard.
he's not a bard. Pero yeah,
Okay, fair.
you can sense that she likes all of you naman, and she's very interested that in your group right now. Right. So Zabu, Findolin, and Slurp have given their missives na. Yun, she puts particular attention to Slurp, and is happy to see that Slurp was allowed into the empire. So you can tell that she had to go through all manners of bureaucracy to just get him to pass through and not be bothered by inspections. So you're here.
I roll mine up and I give it as well.
Okay, give it. He takes it. She smiles at you, everyone. All right. So who else
Same
is
with Galford.
All right. And she asks you, how old is Poppy? Oh, sorry. How old is your dog? She doesn't know pala that his name is Poppy.
Oh, I'm sorry. He is not a dog, and he is around almost a year.
A year old. Ah, I see. He is very well trained. It looks like.
Well, not yet. She just looks at me and stay.
Thank you, Galford. I'm looking forward to working with you. All right. Who else pa na nagbigay na lahat, no? Zabu, as you give your missive, she which arm do you use to give it to her?
Siguro may ayan.
The
Siguro
third
may
arm.
the left arm cause nasa right kasi banda si
yeah.
But you can see him. I'm doing like this, parang just to make sure that Slurp doesn't fall off. And
Where are the bite and scratch marks?
yeah, he's here.
And
The
in
scratch
the
mark
right,
can be
no?
seen. Yeah, on the right arm.
Yeah, the scratch mark, she's seen people like you. She's used to the damages of that these fights can get into. All right. So everyone has given their missives. She puts them all in a special folder. So this is just a wooden clipboard, so to speak, where she keeps documents. The one that smells of fish, she particularly places in another folder, so it doesn't mess the whole documentation up. Right? Because it's a nightmare to keep those archives clean. she mentions, and she um, as if in a manner of speaking, dusts her hands off and gets out of the counter and asks you to follow her. She says, "Follow me. I will take you to the testing area."
All right.
Okay.
I am the last one to proceed.
Okay. Who yeah, okay. For the purposes of ano lang. What's your marching order?
I guess Zabu comes first. I guess.
Well,
Okay,
I'm on top
Zabu.
of Zabu, so
You two are ano, yeah.
Then Billion.
Zabu comes first, and
Billion.
you're on top of Zabu. Okay.
Okay,
nice.
not gonna judge.
So
Hey,
as
boys.
Gibson is making his way towards the back of the party, I follow him as well.
Okay, cool.
Then parang Billion notices interaction. That's I think the parang small interaction. And then parang he suspiciously gingerly follows the two uh the orc and the goblin. So parang so si Zabu and then followed by Billion medyo with a slight suspicious distance away from Zabu.
All right. So like 5 feet distance.
Yeah, about parang fighting distance or ganun.
Okay,
Social
so
distancing.
melee.
Yeah, social
Just in melee,
distancing.
in melee range. All right, cool.
Right.
Okay.
do you
so,
want?
so she leads the way, and she takes you to the basement. All right, so where you see a lot of soldiers being not soldiers, sorry. You see other adventurers being tended to, being they have a lot of wounds. They're being tended to and being healed. Out of one of the doors, they're carrying man crying out in pain, as if he was hurt by something, or well, he's in pain, so he is hurt. And just a man crying out. There's no blood or anything. It seems that he is screaming. All right. And she takes you to another door, and you guys see a hallway of a dimly lit hallway with with stairs that go downward. Okay. 5 minutes pass, and you turn to the right as you continuously follow this hallway down.
It's dimly lit, DM, no?
Yeah, it's dimly lit. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to
There's
cast.
light.
I'm going to cast dancing lights, so that
Okay.
it's no longer dimly lit. So it's more or less well lit. So
Yeah,
where
right.
at least where I am, tapos I'm just going to put one globule behind me about 5 feet, tapos one above my head, tapos one forward siguro, like I'm assuming that these orcs have dark vision, although I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put one in front so that I can see properly.
So you see this happening. The whole place lights up. Esmeralda holding a torch. Oh, that's so useful. Thank you. And you guys continue to descend.
That's what she
And
said. Okay.
yeah. uh, Another 5 minutes pass. And you just keep going down until eventually you reach another hallway. What you see before you is just a layer of bricks and one steel door. Adventurers, your test officially starts as soon as you enter this room. I would like to let you know that you won't necessarily, or not all of you will pass this test. Um, I can't say how many will fail, but just
Setting expectations.
yeah, just setting your expectations. you may apply again next year, depending on how you do with this test.
So I'm assuming the people screaming upstairs were applicants.
Yes, they were applicants. Some of them passed. Some of them miserably failed, but they're not necessarily in danger.
Just screaming though, right?
Yes,
Not real pain.
yes.
Hmm.
The hell is laughing?
Slurp will respond with a burp and then toss the bone to the dog.
Poppy, okay. As soon as you toss that that chicken bone, no, to
Yeah, the
Poppy.
chicken bone, the chicken bone.
Gunboat.
Yeah, the chicken bone to Poppy. She looks at it and then she looks at Galford. Panting.
Go, puppy.
And
Go, puppy.
all right, so he dashes forward and he takes the bone again. And then he chews on it. And then he wags his tail and takes it back to Galford. And then he chews it.
Go!
Dapat daw i-chew din daw ni Galford para may
Bonding,
No, it's
bonding.
just-
para meron
yeah, that's how well trained the Poppy is, at least for a year. All right. Esmeralda, seeing this, smiles and mutters under her breath. It's so cute. So is everyone ready? Would you guys want to enter this room to start your test?
Do we have potions?
Yeah, you do.
One of each.
Just one regular potion now.
All right.
It will follow AL rules in terms of starting, I guess. Okay, so you have one of inspiration, and this inspiration comes from the hope that from the excitement of having been approved to having an approved membership, opportunity of an approved membership in this guild.
All right.
So you have one inspiration and one potion. So everyone take note of that. Ayan. Okay. So so you guys enter the room na?
Okay.
ready to work.
Okay. So I'd like to know your marching order, please.
Same lang siguro pa rin.
All right. So let me just fix this really quick. God, it's hard to. All right. The one at the very back would be what's his name? Would be
Son,
yes, si Gibson. Balin, how far are you from the orcs?
I
Just
think
in melee
5
range, no?
feet ata. 5
Okay.
feet apart ata.
Okay, so dito
5, 10 feet?
Okay.
Kung 5 feet, you're just
Ayan,
next
so-
to him.
Yeah.
Tama.
5, 10,
10 feet.
5, 10.
10 feet.
May space lang.
Okay, 10 feet.
Yeah, 10
Alright.
feet.
Si Findolin and Galford, saan kayo?
Doon ako sa tabi ni Gibson. Maybe
Alright.
slightly in front of Gibson.
In front of Gibson. Okay. Galford, saan ka?
I will be behind the fort.
So where are you gonna be behind?
The orc.
Alright, cool. Sakto. And Poppy will be right beside you, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Perfect.
Do I notice ba Poppy growling at Zabu a while ago?
At
Did
you, yeah,
notice
Zabu.
it ba? Yeah.
You noticed that.
Okay. Is he
you thought
Si
growling now?
Galford ang nag-growl.
Well, he is make a perception check. If you want to actively take a
16.
check him out. 16. Yeah, you see him eyeing you, but because of the strict nature of Galford's training, he is not growling, but he is eyeing you and naka-alert mode siya. All right. Okay, and now
The dog doesn't like you. I say,
Do you really say that?
I say it.
Ah,
You don't know if it's
Oh.
direct.
Sorry,
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
dog-like creature doesn't like you.
The not so
I'm-
dog creature.
I think I know why Puppy is acting strange.
Mm. You
That
say this
was-
out loud?
That must
No, I'm just
that
thinking,
must be Billion. He got stinky armor.
Fair. Dylan says nothing. It's very in character.
he takes a deep breath and affirms it. But
oh,
weird.
what
Alright.
you waiting for? Go inside.
So you enter into this room. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 50 by 50 feet huge. It's ano bang ano doon? It's 50 feet wide and 50 feet long. I'm describing the map mismo eh. Pero it's a 50 square foot room. And just across you is a table and 3 shelves. You see a chest right in the to your left side, and an urn to your right. You also see what seems to be an anvil, and somewhere to your right as well, and a rack of spears, and that's it.
Can you
That's
kindly
what you see.
repeat the chest to the
Alright.
left?
You have a chest to your left, a table right in front of you, and right behind that table, there are 3 bookshelves. Okay? And now to your right, you have an urn. And just beside that urn, you have an anvil. Okay? And right behind that anvil, there is a rack of spears. Okay. Parallel to the walls with windows, there are braziers. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Brazier.
Braziers.
It's pronounced brazzers.
I was gonna say if that's oh no. Braziers, so or whatever. Yeah, and there are 4 in total. No, there are 8 total braziers. All right. Esmeralda still leaving the door open. She looks at you and smiles. Your test starts now. Good luck. Before I close the store, though, would anyone want to reconsider their membership?
Sure.
They just all come out. No, we don't want to do it. All right.
Alright, good session, boy.
She smiles. You're all very brave, and I wish to see all of you succeed. She closes the door, locks it, and I will time this. Okay?
Oh, time.
Yeah, it is time. I don't know how to share yung timer stuff ko, pero I'm gonna time it the best way I can. 25 minutes ko siya ita-time to solve this particular puzzle. All right, so
Question mo na
that's
din. What time na sa'yo? What time na sa'yo?
8:30.
8:30.
All right, so I'm gonna share my
Ay, mamaya na lang pag start na lang na
Sige, I'll restart the timer then.
Hey,
I'll
keep
share
going.
pala, dapat share mo ko muna pala yung screen ko, no? Sorry,
Mag-add ka
sorry.
na lang ng time DM para ano.
How do I... Teka. Okay, small timer lang. I don't know how to add a timer eh. Timer...
Ikaw yung nagsalita, Yax?
Ay, marinig niya?
Yep.
Rinig.
Ay, salamat. Kanina ko pa ginapatry. Malakas.
Hindi masyado. Pero okay lang.
Yan, malakas.
Rinig siya, pero hindi ganun ka... Hindi siya speaking volume.
No, come on. How do I reset? Reset yan. 25 minutes yan.
Hey,
Alright.
Fabian!
Alright, so tapos sana I will share my screen now and this is what you see. Hopefully kita nyo. Ayan. Do you see it? There's a timer over here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my god, my music.
My music? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait lang. I'll stop it.
No, the music is fine.
No. Kasi yung recording natin.
Oh,
We want to make it
Want
ano.
to
We want to
make
make
it ano.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ayan. Alright.
Untick mo lang yung ano. Ayan.
Yeah. Alright. So, yan. That's what you see right now. And the timer, as soon as Esmeralda closes the steel doors, the timer starts. As soon as that happens, you notice that the urn to your right suddenly spews out yellow smoke.
Does it emit any smell?
Perception.
I
Perception check.
okay, sure. I'm trying to identify like what the smoke is about.
Within DMO, I rolled a 20 DM.
Your natural 20?
Yeah, natural 20.
Yeah, it smells sorry. Go
I
ahead.
just rolled a 2, so
Okay. Yeah, it's it smells particularly it smells like burning foliage. Unfortunately, since you're not particularly you're not particularly proficient with herbs, yeah, with plants. You don't know why, but it smells of more burning foliage, and it's starting to irritate your sinuses.
Something's
Alright.
burning.
Oryx.
Are
Alright.
the braziers lit, DM? Are the braziers lit?
No,
Or
they
do
aren't.
they have any? Okay.
I cast Mage Hand and try to move the urn. Right? I try to lift it from where it was.
It gets lifted.
I tilt it forward so I can see better what's inside.
You see burning foliage. Burning herbs inside.
All right. So I say to the party, any ideas?
Zabu will. Is that a chair, DM, or a stool?
Right in front of you is a table.
Yung nasa my upper right. There's like a stool.
Yeah, that's a
like,
stool.
ano.
Yeah.
Yung kanyang seat, is it enough to cover the urn?
The urn, yes.
Looks at the party for a bit and then Zabu takes the seat and covers the urn.
As soon as you...
It's happening.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sige, yung guys, Zabo muna. Sorry.
All right. As you do that, the smoke stops pouring. Pero all of a sudden the walls start producing the same smoke.
Whoa.
I take out the stool. Is the fire inside the urn out?
There are embers,
I
but
blow
there's
on
no
it.
more fire. The fire start right back.
I look at the wall, still emitting smoke.
They're still emitting smoke.
Okay, I approach one of the braziers and try to pour out the contents into one of the braziers.
As soon as you do that, the braziers light fire. One of the which one particularly?
Lower right, I guess, the nearest one
Right.
sa urn.
As soon as you do that, the rest of the braziers start lighting up on fire.
So everything is on fire. All of
Not
the braziers.
the braziers, not everything else. Just the braziers.
Okay, I'm still like floating mage hand yung sa urn. I put it on the table, I guess.
Okay.
And-
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what do we notice? Like,
Yeah. You see, as soon as you put as soon as your eyesight hits the far edge of the table, you'll see that there is a note.
okay, I pick up the note. I read it out loud.
All right. Teka. I'll stop sharing for a little bit because did you answers? Wait lang. Okay. Sorry.
Stop the timer
Sayang
as
yun.
well.
Yeah. I paused the timer to be fair. Okay. Where is it? God damn it. Okay. Yan. All right. It says, asan na yun? Come on.
Dum 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 dum.
Wait lang. Nakastop yung timer so everyone just chill the F out. Nagpapanik ako bigla. Sorry. Ayan.
May malaking F kayong nakita.
F.
Fail.
Okay. Ayan. Man, why didn't I just bring this out nung una? Tanga ko din. Alright. So here we go. Here I am. Okay. Share the screen. Alright. This is what... Okay. One.
Sayang, wala ko nakita.
Ayan.
Yung altab. Yung altab.
Crap. Ayan.
Wala ko aking altab.
Ayan. So you
Altab na
guys
ulit
see it
yan.
na? Alright. Read this out loud. Ano?
Bring light to the dark, pick the right book, bring a piece of each element into the alchemy circle, culminate with sacrifice. Okay.
Alright. Starting the timer now.
I go to the... After that, I immediately go to the bookcase.
Alright. Cool. You see that the books are lined. The shelves are lined with with books, with no titles, just lines.
Just lines. In terms of color, are they the same?
Shades of green and blue.
Shades of green, blue. Thickness, are they relatively the same?
They're all the same. I'll need you to make an investigation check.
Ako rin. I'd
okay,
like
go
to,
ahead.
na lang.
All right. You follow You follow si
I follow
Gibson.
Gibson.
All right. So you make your way there. Okay.
That's just a 4 for me.
So it's 20.
Okay. So Gibson, you see that they're all the same. They just have different colors and they all have the same thickness. For you Fendelaine, you notice that there's a red colored one at the lower shelf.
Sige. So I removed that red book from the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened? No.
Nothing.
Nothing pa. Sige.
Just remove it.
I
You
open
have it in your hand.
Sige daw. I'll open it, check the contents daw.
All right. As soon as you open it, you see a shape, the shape of a circle essentially.
Okay.
Ano yan? Written sa page ng book mismo?
Yeah.
Circle.
Mm-mm.
I
First page.
I say to the party, look for a symbol made of a circle.
Do we
This
see
is
it?
what I guess. This is what. Sorry. This is what you see.
So,
that-
Zabu moves forward and parang tips over the bookcase para mahulog lahat ng books. Is it
Okay.
movable though?
It is movable. Although you'll have to make a strength check to see if you can actually tip it over. It's a shelf.
Ano yung note? Bring light, pick the right book. Ano yung third?
I do not tip it over. I rolled a 4.
Yeah. You tried, but oh no, the books.
Pick the
Right.
right-
Sorry, you were saying, Findling?
Ay, yung note, bring light to the dark, pick the right book.
Okay.
Ano yung the rest?
Pick-
Bring
bring up- Yeah, pick the right
Light to
book.
dark.
Bring a piece of each element into
Each element.
alchemy circle. Culminate with a sacrifice.
Pick the right book.
Bring a piece of each element. Okay, so siguro DM, Zabu will also try to search for...
I say
Ah.
I will say to ano na lang din, Findolin, to put the book on the table. And
Okay.
with the page open.
Sige. So, I put it on the table and after that, I'll make my way to the spear rack daw.
To the
to the rack of spears near the urn.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're there. How about the others? What are the others doing?
Also
is
looking for
that
the book.
a chest? Yung nasa left side.
Yes, that is a chest.
That's
Slurp will jump off and try to check if the chest is locked. Is it locked?
It is locked. It's locked. Can't open it. It's locked.
It's just Slurp will just shrug.
Zabu is opening some books pa DM. Do I see anything?
They're all blanks. Nothing on them but paper.
Except yung
For the
red
one.
Except the red one.
Okay, so I think we got the book now. Book covered. Moves his way to next to Slurp and looks at the chest. Tries to check if is there a lock. What's the locking mechanism of the chest?
There is a lock to the chest.
Can Zabu try to hit it open, break it open, or something?
Make an attack roll.
I don't like these dice. I rolled a 6.
Unfortunately, the lock's way too strong, and your pickaxe is a pickaxe.
Do I, DM, do I notice anything, how do the space look like, DM? Or is there anything different about them?
Checking on the minutes, the smoke is gradually getting thicker, and you notice that it's getting harder to breathe. But not to the extent that you're suffocating. But it is, the fog is increasing.
Okay, I will go. I will investigate also the anvil, DM.
All right.
Like, see what's there. I don't understand why it's there.
Yeah. Make an investigate. You wanna check it out? You wanna see it lang?
Yeah, just go through kung ano yung nasa ilalim niya or anything, or is it just
it's
investigation?
Yes, make an investigation check.
Just the 13.
Yeah, right beneath the above the anvil, there is an eyeball, and there is parang a pouch.
I open the pouch. What's inside?
Okay, there inside the pouch are 2 gold pieces and a key.
I give the key to Slurp. I throw the key to Slurp.
Okay.
I take the contents of the pouch and the eyeball and head towards the circle.
Okay. All right.
Element.
There is no circle yet.
Okay. So ano tong DM itong circle dito sa ano? What's that?
That's yeah, good point. That's a circle. Sorry, I did not know that. That's a you're supposed
That's the circle.
That's a
Dapat tayong
circle.
gagawa niya ng circle.
Don't mind me. Just
the point is you have to.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
so ano siya? So, is it not there?
That's
Dapat
not
wala
there.
pa.
That's not there yet.
Okay. So do I see any writing materials?
Make an investigation check. Where are
I
you
have
looking?
some help. Where I am.
Ako rin, I'll help.
Yeah.
Slurp, I gave you the key, so open the chest na lang.
Yeah. Opening the chest, DM.
All right. Wait. You threw it at him. I need you to make a dexterity check. Slurp.
Okay.
16 for investigation.
Yeah, you don't find any writing materials per se, but you do notice that there are bones scattered across the whole place.
I collect
15 for the dex check, DM.
15 for the dex check, no problem. You grab you grab it with your goblin hands, and you try to open it.
Yes.
Marinig niyo ako?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. As soon as you grab it, you open it. As soon as you open it, another weird smoke comes out. This time it's colored red, and it's starting to engulf it's starting to spread all over the place. Pero what you see inside is a dagger.
Take out the dagger and toss it over.
Don't
to
toss
the bard.
that fucking dagger.
Make an attack roll.
Ano na lang, Mage Hand. I'll pass it
Alright.
over with Mage Hand.
All right.
Oh,
You see this goblin suddenly
sleight of hand na sana ako.
suddenly create manifest an arcane hand similar to yours, strangely, Gibson, and he hands you the dagger.
I show him my two hands that are filled with bones that are scattered around, and kind of like parang give him a nudge lang to follow me towards like on top of the table or near the table there. I
Mhm.
take one piece of bone and try to write on the floor. What happens?
The floor is wooden. It makes
So
scratches, but it doesn't.
So I look at the book again and look at the markings. Do I ascertain that it may be able to copy the circle using these bones?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I help with the Arcana check, Dio?
Oh yeah, goddamn you, arcane users.
So, yan. While this is happening, DM,
Soft 20.
Okay.
18 for me.
Okay, cool. Sorry, if Lane, go ahead.
do I see anything in the rack of spears? Any markings?
Just
or
a bunch
ano?
of spears.
Bunch of spears lang talaga. Sige.
You can make a perception check. All right. With those checks, you are able to tell that this seal is something that you need to draw on the floor with any material. For some reason, the bone that you use isn't working. So you might want to do something with the bones, maybe, or the
parang
dagger.
Parang Lego na lang.
I suggest party to crush the bones lang and
Yeah, I'll help with gathering the bones na lang.
Yung
Alright.
Zabu takes one piece of bone, siguro yung tibial bone para medyo long, and then dips it to the urn, and then tries to write it on the floor. Does it make something? Parang
Nothing.
Kaya na lang, wala.
Not particularly. I'm going to say, considering that you, Gibson, have made a high roll, that you need to grind the bones so that you can make chalk.
Spread lang.
Hence the anvil.
I take the bones and bring it to the
Yeah, what is
anvil
Poppy doing?
Poppy is
and
just
crush
waiting
the
at
bones.
Poppy is just looking at you. Just waiting for a command from you. Pero since we've already reached the 10th minute, you notice that you can no longer see Poppy. You can see his tail, pero the fog has reached the extent na you almost cannot see any small tiny being.
Okay.
Okay.
I crush the bones. I say, Zabu, little help.
Okay, Zabu helps with the crushing, with the handle siguro ng kanyang great sword.
All right,
to
so
make
you
sure.
crush the bones.
Work.
Okay.
Work. Off
Okay.
we go then.
Collect
So you
the dust. If it's enough dust, I try to make the sigil on
Right.
the floor.
As soon as you do that, and this happens. God damn it.
Oh.
Ayan. So you see this figure suddenly illuminate on the floor. What do you do?
I
yung note ulit.
put inside each element. I take a dagger. I stab it into a piece of wood. Ay, ano ba?
Alright.
Ano ba yung mga elements?
Spears din siguro.
Earth, water, fire, and wind.
Okay.
Uh,
So where do you go, Plant? Where do you get these elements? Or where do you find these
take out my left boot and try to scrape off parang dust and soil particles.
All right, you
inside.
notice that there is a change in there's a reaction from the circle.
I say to
Slurp
Findolin, I say to Slurp, we need your saliva. Spit on it, baby.
Zabu takes the parang yung naga-burn na brazier.
And
How can I do that? Is it makaya lang?
yeah, You're gonna
Siguro
take
I
the whole
use a
thing?
spear. Siguro I'll use a spear.
Okay.
Okay, para kunin yung ano. Yung...
Alright. And you put, so Fendolin spits, sorry, not Fendolin,
Slurp.
Slurp spits, Gibson, you put the earth. How about si Zabu puts in the fire, stabs it. How about the others? That's 3 out of 5 elements that is needed to complete this ritual.
The floor is filled now with DM now with smoke.
Yes, with fog.
I'll wave my rod around and point to the smoking chest that we opened.
Okay. Okay.
I try to like put the eye on top of the thing. Diba my
There's a
eye goes-
reaction.
Okay, I'll just leave it there.
Oh.
All right. So you have earth, wind, fire,
water.
and water. Okay.
Earth, wind, and
The
fire.
eye, the eye, you put it inside.
Mhm.
No reaction.
Okay, so-
Zabu takes the dagger and
Mhm.
siguro slices part of his hand and then drips blood on the circle. Something
Oh, this
happens.
is perfect. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Here we go, boy.
Oh.
Why do I suck? I rolled a 4.
Hey.
Inspiration.
You have inspiration.
Sige, inspire ako. Natin ng ibang ano ba?
Mga barbarian with saves as usual.
Come on, man. 6 plus 1. Ano yan? Wisdom saving, no?
saving throw.
6 plus
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
Plus
Bye,
7.
Zabu.
As soon as you,
Feathery, no.
as soon as you pierce yourself with with your knife, a primal instinct kicks in, and all of a sudden you want to hit anyone close to you. So make an attack roll.
Who's closest to me? Yeah.
Yeah. Gibson.
Gibson.
Oh.
Alright. Sorry about that. I rolled a 5 plus 7. Ay, hindi pala.
Alright.
Grabe plus 7.
Will miss.
Yes. 12 lang yan eh.
Okay, so you miss. I'm going to narrate later. There
What
needs to be
the fuck?
there needs to be it feels like you feel like there needs to be something else that needs to be sacrificed.
I'll take a piece of bone and put it into the circle.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
What do you have to sacrifice?
Ano pa ba?
We did find some gold pieces, di ba?
I say to the dog, Tuy.
Perfect.
Oh no!
Oh, the perfect sacrifice.
Tuy.
Puppy just wags his tail while the fog rises.
Just kidding, bro.
That's dark.
Zabu will
God.
gladly help if if okay lang, if in the right mind pa siya. State of mind pa siya.
Slurp will take out the fish from his pocket and put it in the circle.
Do you love this fish?
Yes.
He kind of does.
As soon as you it's silly, but as soon as you do that, something that's very dear to you, the sigil lights up, and then everything just stops. The
Oh.
door unlocks itself.
Oh, hey!
It opens.
Fish.
And
I will
it's
punch Zabu in the mouth.
roll for an attack. To describe that, so congratulations, guys, you've passed the test. But you notice that Zabu tries to punch you, pero something just like something he missed. You're not sure
Does it
if he
hit? Does it hit ba?
No, it doesn't hit. Does it? Ba? What's your? I think your
What's
AC
the roll
is
ba? What's the roll?
I didn't roll it.
Sorry, di ko narinig yung roll.
It's just flat, no? Plus my strength.
Mm-mm.
Kung unarmed attack. Ba? It's,
Yeah.
Dapat plus 5 lang pala, hindi pa 7.
So,
My bad.
so 13, so I miss.
Okay. Well, you hit him, pero it's not enough to become a threat.
I hit him again.
But it's
Not
just a
everyone.
loving, it's just a like
Am I still
similar
ano
to
ba dem? Am I still parang in a feral
state.
ano ba? State
No,
or what?
you just have this, you just had this sudden primal urge to,
Punch
ano,
someone.
punch someone, unleash blood, maybe? Question mark. We don't know. Pero yeah, that's what happened, and it looks like you passed the test.
Did the
Yeah.
contents disappear, yeah?
The contents of the circle.
Yes.
No, they're still there.
Oh. What
Ang
happens
fish.
if I pick
Ooh,
up the
grilled
fish?
fish.
Now,
It suddenly starts all over again.
Yeah, put it back.
Now everything is on fire. No, just kidding. So yeah, you guys are able to you guys are able. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Ayan,
And
Tiki.
as soon as the hello po. Ayan. Hey, Kali. There's Poppy right there.
That's a real puppy.
Yeah, di ba?
I whisper to Slurp, tie a hook onto the fish, then we'll go out of the room. Then once we're out, pull the fish.
No, I was kidding, Brad. It's the door is open. You guys successfully passed the Baldur Forge Guild test.
I take two of the
Um,
spears
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Okay. Take it. It's there. It's a spear, but you notice they're like prop spears because they don't even have blunt They don't even have anong tawag mo doon, flint edges.
Fuck.
Like they're literally there for I don't know, prop sake.
I throw it
Ayan.
at Zabu.
Make an attack roll.
Not proficient. No, I miss. I just walk away.
Yeah, you walk away. All right. The smoke and fog filters over to the door, and you are met by an excited Esmeralda. She claps for you frantically and is very excited that you have successfully managed to finish this test. She greets you. Congratulations, adventurers. You have passed the test. Admittedly, not a lot of adventurers succeed in this, unfortunately, because of their mindless bickering. And, they don't set aside their differences, particularly when it's their first time meeting each other. I'm very, very impressed that you guys made it this far, considering the diversity of your group. If you can follow me, I will be giving you your guild crests, and you are now free to sign contracts.
I had the feeling na parang siyang Pokemon battle, tapos meron na tayong gym badge.
Yeah, you guys,
That'd be cool.
you guys, I mean,
I like
we
that.
don't know it.
Next homebrew.
Just Pokemon homebrew.
Puppy, I choose.
Go, I choose you. Slurp, go. All right.
Mga creatures naman siguro kami, so kami na lang yung mga Pokemon.
All right, let me just stop sharing this screen. Teka, may nagchat-chat ba someone?
Yeah, nag-chat ako.
Writing down the notes.
Okay, sorry, kala ko kasi nag-interact eh. Parang si Balan didn't just stood there.
He's
You're
dead.
probably suffocated.
He's in character.
Buhay pa ba yun? Buhay pa ba yun?
Siya yung may reporting tapos walang ginawa.
Siya luto ng pancit canton.
Well,
Siya magbabayad ng snacks daw after.
Okay, so you guys are taken to this illustrious hall full of floating candles. And you are met by
Hogwarts.
No, I hate Harry Potter. I don't know. I haven't read that. Anyway, so you guys are taken there, and you are met. Your gaze meets small monk figure. He's not bald. He has hair. He dons a very a majestic looking belt, and has and his arms are adorned with gauntlets. that look very, very magical and fabulous. He tells you, congratulations for passing this test. Admittedly, not very many pass that, and we're very happy to have you. Esmeralda, our head of human resources, has deemed you to be worthy, and it seems that you are. Please take a seat and read through the respective contracts that will allow you, or that will ensure you if anything goes wrong in our adventures, and will signify your allegiance to the guild.
Sure.
He points to the tables in front of you with contracts.
I look at Slurp. Slurp, can you read?
I parang climb over to the table. Is it written in common ba, DM?
It is written in common.
I nod.
Nice. Can you read out loud?
I read this out. Alam mo yung parang grade 1 nga na nagbabasa ng English.
Oh, never mind.
All right. So basically, if you guys will take a quick glance at your contracts, it mentions yun nga that your family will be your respective families or loved ones or any attachments that you have, which you will clearly state in this contract, that these people will be receiving a specific gold amount depending on the time that you've spent working for the guild, and if you happen to perish in the guild, and you will also be afforded, or you will now be associated with the guild, and there is a social media policy joke. And you will you guys are basically you guys will be basically part of the Boulder Forge Inn. You get the perks of being in the guild. You have access to its baths and spas. You have access to its
Do they have a gym?
They have a gym.
May
They have a
aquarium.
training ground. They don't have an aquarium, unfortunately. Yeah. They have an emporium though, where you can purchase wonderful weapons, sponsored specifically by Gilbert the merchant, and they're not sponsored. They're given at a discount. Okay. And they just need your signature and it'll be okay.
I look over the policy, and do I find anything strange in it as I'm reading through?
Make an investigation check.
Do that to
And
analyze.
lawyer it up
Sketching.
here.
Look at the contract.
It's 15.
As far as you're concerned, the only limiting clause in this contract is the fact that you cannot be associated to under any other guild. Like anything you do will be associated to the guild.
May exclusivity sila.
Yes.
May non-compete din.
Yes. Fortunately.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
Is there I ask Diana, is there any way to kind of like you see, I don't want my money to be sent over to my dependents. Can that be something that I could send to charity or other dependents? Or
Sure. We have an honor hall orphanage that you can send your insurance funds to.
I would like that very much instead of sending money to my
All right.
parents.
Very well. I see. I understand why, since you are a heel. Okay, very well. This shall be done. Just mention is in the contract, and we will be on our way.
Yeah.
Slurp will prick his thumb with the dagger and sign it with his blood.
Before before you do that, Esmeralda stops you. No, and she gives you the quill, and parang just like a mother teaching her child how to write for the first time, she demonstrates it for you in another piece of paper. And then she tells you, you need to sign your initials or your signature in this contract.
Takes the did she provide an ink ba?
Yeah. You
Oh,
guys,
okay, okay.
in
I
front
was
of
gonna
you
use
is
my blood.
paper and quill and ink.
Will try my best to not make a course
Just an S dot.
and S.
All
No,
right.
no, no. I'll write a symbol of a fish na lang.
Okay. Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
he sees that.
with the amended contract, I will
Then
sign it.
Mhm.
So Zabu will just
the
nag-bleed pa rin ba yung kanyang hand? I
Still
think nag-bleed
bleeding.
pa rin. Yeah. So takes out the thumb, then parang makes a fingerprint. Thumbprint. I mean.
That's a signature in itself.
Then wraps it
and
again
then
with a bandage.
Billion approaches Esmeralda and gives her the parchment, and then Gam tells her, "Give this to the people. Whose names are written on the parchment. I'd like them to receive it as soon as possible."
I see.
And then hands the parchment. And then you kind of see like a glimmer through the grills. You see like his eyes kind of glimmer,
Mm-hmm.
and then backs away from Esmeralda.
All right. I see. You have folks in Deeping Dale. We
And then
will
parang
send what we can.
and then you just hear parang a snort from like Darth Vader snort.
Very well, Lord Balana. They're just kidding. Right. She nods. She gives you a very warm but a very sober smile. A smile that reassures you, and she'll take this dart. And
I say
so
to Balian, I hope you have enough gold left. Because I remember you doing nothing in that room. So I'm assuming that you're buying us drinks, eh?
And then Billion just looks at the bard and just parang just waits for another word to come out from the bard's mouth. He
Eh?
just looks at you straight.
No? I say to Esmeralda, he did nothing in that room. By the way.
I saw everything.
But
and
you're just going to let him in the group because that's how we are, you know. We're not stingy in our resources, right, Billion? But anyway,
well,
I give him the signed contract.
all right. So he takes the monk. Kian Stonefist takes all of your contracts. How about the others? Any particular?
I'd like
Sure.
to mention to Esmeralda that I'd like just me myself as the sole beneficiary of all the compensation for this contract. I do not want to involve anyone in my hometown, particularly my family, in any activity of this guild. So for now, I'd like to keep everything to myself.
I see. No, you tell this to Esmeralda. Esmeralda tells Kian about this. I see. We will. These insurance or these funds needs to go somewhere, especially if you die, because you can't take advantage of them if you're dead. So you have the choice of either relinquishing it to the guild, or just giving it to to charity as well.
So, does it only go to them upon my death or upon every adventure that I complete?
Upon death, like like you in character. You see, as we complete quests, we get compensation, right? A quarter of those goes to the guild, and some of those, a portion of it goes to the guild, and most of it goes to you. So that's where we'll be getting your insurance funds.
Okay then. So, I would just like to declare the orphanage you mentioned earlier as half.
Oh, honor holds orphanage. Very well.
Yes. and half to the orphanage and half to my family upon my
We also okay, cool. We also have cool. Sorry, cool. We also have a school. Perhaps you would okay, very well. We will dress. I will fight. And then he signs it into the contract. I takes it, and then, yeah. Okay.
Zabu would like to ask for the contract back kasi hindi pala niya na-fill up yun na part.
Yes, of
And-
course. You can see that.
Yes, Then Zabu will just write the guy's name, everyone's name there. If ever I die, I'll give it to them. Then
Aww.
sit back.
Let's kill
Wait,
him.
to the oh no!
Wala pang natanggap. Wala pa kayang matanggap.
You guys don't see this. You guys don't see this, pero he writes it. All
I'll
right.
make an insight investigation. Pero alam
Parang nakaganon si ano eh, parang nakatabon si ano.
Oh, kasi
Naka-cover.
parang like everyone else took like a few minutes, 2 minutes tops. It's taking Zabu at least 5 to complete this. Just how long is this list?
Wala
of
na kami dun.
dependents?
Alam mo, parang ikaw na lang naiwan nag-exam.
Oo.
Where
Alright.
everyone? Where everyone?
Oh, shit.
Pero yung prompter nakatikin na lang sa'yo, parang,
Kaya this looks... Ayan. So, I assume si
One moment.
Galford gives
Yeah,
his ano
Galford,
rin?
yeah.
Yeah,
Galford also
kasi-
hands it over.
Yeah.
Gives it to the dog daw. Gives it to the dog and the dog gives it to Esmeralda.
Alright, cool. Esmeralda gives Pat's little puppy and moves towards giving it to the to Kayan. Welcome, adventurers. You have proven yourselves capable of solving puzzles, and we are on to our now you're on probation. So you will be given tasks and you will be compensated for it. All right. And then he tells you just go to the bulletin board over to the counter in the inn. Wait lang, sorry. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I am. And pick a quest from there. Just remember that choose quests that are within your skill level or within your that you're very confident that you can complete. Okay? Thank you. Drinks and food are on the house at least for tonight. We shall see you very soon. He takes a bow and waits for you to leave.
I say, I kind of like tap his parang shoulder a little bit, and I say, parang, that's really awesome bracers you got there. And I walk away.
He nods and yeah. So you guys are going to the to the taverna. Are you guys gonna eat or what do you want to do?
Ako nag-organize na ako
diba?
ng kain.
Okay.
Parang, hey, punta tayo ha, doon tayo kita. Ano oras? 7, 6? Okay, doon tayo kita. Tapos, I talk to everyone, tapos I say, except Balian, and I say to Balian, parang, alam mo na. I just said towards the top.
Yeah. As soon as you as you do this, Esmeralda leads you up to the tavern ulit, and that takes a good 5 minutes, a good 15-20 minutes to just reach na. It's way faster than it was a few seconds or a few minutes an hour and a half ago. So right now it is the 20th hour. So 8 o'clock p.m. na. And yeah, yun. As you guys are making your way up, Esmeralda tells you, so you will also be having accommodations. So for now, you will be given rooms. Unfortunately, there can only be 5 members per room. So I think since Slurp is wow, what accent is this? I think since Slurp is small, he can fit. Actually, I'll find a good spot for you since I kind of like you
If
guys.
you have like a big pillow, like two pillows for like dogs, I think Slurp will very much like it.
Yes.
Yeah, will
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. Yeah, I forget you also have Poppy here. We're not particularly strict when it comes to pets and animal partners, but let's just make sure to clean up after them because we will charge you room service fee for messes they make. So yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yun. So you guys
Zabu
ano?
looks at Slurp, and no mess, no mess.
You're not. As soon as you do this, teka lang. Okay. So yeah, you guys make it out. Ayan. What do you guys want to do? So food is served. You guys are all on the table. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just going to sit on my own for a bit, take out a piece of parchment, cast mage hand, and have
Mhm.
my parang automatic parang Bluetooth typewriter and just
Kain.
uh, write some things on write some things before I join the bigger group.
Sige, sige, sige. All right. So you do that. What are the others doing?
Zabu
So,
sits down in
Doon na
front of
mismo?
the. Yep,
Mhm.
it's the first one there, I think.
There's food served na ba?
Yeah, food is there na.
Food served na to, so
Slurp will look at the table if there are any fish served.
Yeah, there are 5 fishes of milkfish. There are 5
Oh.
milkfish.
ano yung
Grilled.
food DM? Ano yung food na in front?
5 pieces of milkfish that are
Korean.
large. One roasted pork. Yung ano niya, yung thigh niya, anong tawag mo doon? Ayan. And several vegetables and fruits.
Okay, Zabu takes out that pork
Mhm.
and then begins to eat outside the tavern.
Outside the tavern, okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't really know how about dining shenanigans.
Okay,
So
sige.
takes it the food outside.
Okay, let's take the food outside. Cool. It's around 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead, Slurp.
Slurp will just eat in the floor, takes all the fish.
All right. How about the others? This is a weird family dynamic.
I'll
Okay.
just
Billion just wait for everybody to eat. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So you're on the table na. You're the only one there. Well, no. Slurp is with you. Kaso he's eating on the floor.
so Findoling sits down at the table too. Just takes just very small portions from each viand and quietly eats.
Okay. Yeah. I assume.
Billion sits on the
Go ahead. Mhm.
so Billion waits for everybody to like eat, and parang he's the last one to sit to eat. He lifts his visor up
Mhm.
just enough to parang show his mouth, and
Mhm.
as he does so, you see like scars running from his mouth, and then you see like a very scarred face, and he just eats enough, just like maintaining composure, not to eat too much. And then he after a few bites or so, he lowers his visor and parang he says to the group, "I'm just going to scout outside." Then leaves the table and goes out and parang kind of just wanders off outside and scouts the area.
Okay.
As Billion leaves, I arrive at the main table. I ask Findolin, "Where's Iron Man going?"
Don't know, don't care.
Oof.
Oof.
Can you imagine that guy having the audacity? So
Galford. Go
maglibak
ahead.
ano namin i-backbite namin si Balia. Chika-chika lang kami ni Findolin.
All right, cool. Okay, how about Galford? Galford isn't here, so he's going to sit down. Poppy is there. But Poppy is strangely alert and looking outside. But he is right beside Galford. Um, Brelan, as you know, sorry, before anything else, Zabu make it's roughly around 9 p.m. or 8:30, around
Oh,
that time.
make a what?
Ano, wala si
Wala
DM.
yata.
Hello, hello, hello.
Nawala si,
Kala ko ako,
nawala si
kala ko ako
Carlo.
yung nawala.
Nakidnap si Dian.
Yun na yung ating yun na yung ating session. Hanapin natin si
Yeah,
DM.
Save the DM, save the world.
Where's the DM?
Hello, sorry.
Ayan.
Hi.
You're
Yo,
back.
yo,
Ayan.
yo.
Sorry about
Alright.
that.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Where did I know? Where did I stop?
You told Zabu to roll something? Or
Yeah, Zabu, roll for it's around 8:30, and as you're biting to that
uh-huh.
on that large piece of pig meat, which by the way he did not share, he took the whole thing.
Yep.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, wisdom saving. I
Why is
rolled
it
an
always him?
11. Malas. 11 plus 1, 12.
Wala naman siya.
Ay, sorry. Patay.
DM failed his,
It's internet check.
yeah. Pwede mo siguro tayo
Internet saving
wait
throw.
for restart.
Parang niya.
Wait, palabas din si Balyan, So, magkikita siguro
Yeah.
kayo.
Yeah.
Na-teleport na tayo lahat bigla.
May mangyari kaya, may mangyari.
And as soon as
You're back.
Oh, nawala ka.
sorry. Hello?
Nawala
Hello,
ka.
yeah.
Ayan. So where was I?
You asked for
I rolled a
wisdom saving
12.
throw.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. Did I mention what you felt?
No.
No.
Okay. So as soon as you bite in the take a bite out of the several bites out of that roast pig, you suddenly taste iron, a little bit of the pig's blood. It's cooked, but you can taste it. And all of a sudden your thoughts are flushed with with a desire to just feast on the flesh of the living. You just
On the
want to see
living.
blood.
Oh, what the heck?
Mm-mm.
What?
You start to you start to cringe, you start to want to just sink your teeth into something until you hear the heavy steps of of
Alien?
human fighter,
Human.
as you are joined by Balin, and all of a sudden you snap out of it. You snap out of your bloodlust.
Oh, is this the first time that it happened to me? Yeah.
It happened kanina, but you were able to save from it. Well, you didn't save from it pala. You just missed. Okay. Cool. Balin,
Alright.
you see Zabu just
Blaring.
glaring. No, parang it's not cringing, it's like he's trying to he's vibrating, yung nanginginig ka sa that's, I don't know what's the right term. You see him
Trying to hold back.
yeah, shaking
Shaking.
with some unnatural force, as if wanting to do something. But as soon as he hears you, he just looks at you and it suddenly disappears. What do you do?
Billion
Is
just
the-
looks at him, and then as he does, he notices the reaction. Parang just in time, parang the shift of mood between bloodlust into normalcy. But as he sees this, parang his grip on the hilt of his sword parang tightens. But as soon as the bloodlust passes, he kind of relaxes, and then just parang stares at him, tilts his head, and just grunts, parang kind of like ignores him, parang orcs, and then just continues on his way. But he kind of like notes it in his mind na parang, okay, yeah, there's something going on here, but Sige lang, let's see. Parang ganun yung reaction ni Dylan.
Zabu, you
Yeah.
gonna let okay lang? Gonna let that be okay? Yeah, he's just
Zab, kasi
Mhm.
parang I'm thinking na Zab, I'm just thinking na Zab is not that aware of what's going on. So there's a big question mark on his face. Parang what just happened? And then begins to munch on or just tries to finish off the
yeah,
pork.
all right. Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll for another wisdom saving throw for that. You've passed for now. Anyway, okay. All right. So only Balan and Zabu are outside.
So,
The rest are inside. So you're having this hearty meal. Since no one approached the bulletin board, Esmeralda approaches you and offers you some parchment, several pieces of parchment that have that have the following text on them. As she does this, she tells you, so I handpicked a few quests that you might find particularly interesting. I will
That's so.
show them to you right now. Okay. Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay, and share. So this is the first one. Ghoul problem. The contact would be Nadgra Broof. The reward is 1,000 gold pieces. Its location is at Jongvale Village. Specifics of which are to get rid of a ghoul problem in Jongvale Village. And the timeline, 1 10 days. So 1 week essentially. Although 1 week is 10 days for them. Next.
Ghoul problem.
Okay. Next. God damn it. Okay. Yan. Next, bounty. Killer on the loose. Contact Freya Hall. Reward 5,000 gold pieces. Location Isgard. Task specifics. Hunt for serial killer. 14 women slain. Timeline 3 moon cycles, so that's 3 months. Negotiable, especially if you haven't caught them yet. Otherwise, you won't get the reward. Add a note, might take longer than 3 moon scales, amicable to negotiation. So depending on the time and effort put on the hunt for this killer, you'll be summarily rewarded. Next, dragon eggs. Contact Murda Stormbrew. 1,000 gold pieces. Location, Bileslu Swamp. Task specifics. Find and deliver 5 black dragon eggs. Timeline, 3 days. Yeah. So you're shown this, you're shown these options, and Esmeralda says, so which one would you want to opt for?
Interesting. So one is an egg hunt, one is a ghoul problem, and the other is a serial killer on the loose in the city. That's... What are your feelings like, Slurp?
Fish.
Fish. Okay. Findolin, what do you think?
I think we should go for the ghoul problem first, and then the serial killer.
Any
Then maybe
reason?
go for the problem last.
Any particular reason why?
I would tend to go for the serial killer first, but I'd like to see how our group would work together in an event of a group attack, such as like maybe a ghoul. I'll assume there are many ghouls.
Yeah, there's the ghoul, there's other ghoul. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Which is the nearest one here in terms of logistics?
The nearest one would be the one in Isgard. That would be the killer on the loose. Sorry, quest para siyang quest. That would be the one from that would be Isgard. So the one with the serial killer. I've heard terrible news on what this particular killer does to his victims, and it's pretty gruesome.
Now, what sort of things have you heard?
I've seen that all their jaws have been sliced off.
Sliced off?
Well, they don't have a
Taken?
jaw.
Oh,
Their lower jaws were taken away, and
Hmm.
they were just left bleeding, eyes open, in the streets of Isgard. It's terrible, but local government back there does seems to think that this is the work of just some random groups, but
And all of victims are female, you say?
they're all female,
Hmm.
as far as I know.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I would honestly want this killer um, put behind bars, because as far as I'm concerned, no woman is safe, or no one for that matter. What if this inspires new killings?
Hmm. At least we know that
So
Balian isn't the killer, right? Or is he?
I was about to say, weren't there seven of you? Why am I seeing only five?
There's 6 of us.
No, the dog is the seventh.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah,
Uh,
where's the
other
big
one,
one?
the big guy is outside eating.
Hmm.
For the life of me, I don't understand why he likes to eat outside.
Mhm.
And Balian made the French exit. So don't know where he is. Probably don't know how to get in touch with him. I don't even know if he knows where the rooms are. So
I see. Yeah. Well, your room is over to, and she points the direction to your accommodations. Your room is at the third floor on the fifth room to the left.
also a question about the ghoul problem. Uh what are the ghouls presenting? What problems are these ghouls causing in this city?
In Jongvale Village, yeah, the ghouls, as far as I can remember, have been attacking the local cemetery,
I see.
and they've been taking children away. So they'd like to resolve that. At least two children were killed, if
Killed.
my sources were right. Yeah,
I see. And this
yeah.
Jongvale village is how far away from this place?
Roughly 10 days away on foot.
10 days
Uh, uh,
away. Hmm.
yeah, but if you were to go on horseback or a caravan, which you can definitely rent from us, you can reach it in a few days. A ten
Uh-huh.
day tops.
But the nearest one, the other village you said, how
Iceguard.
Isgard, yeah.
Yeah,
How near is that from this place?
it's like 5 days away from. That's
On
five
foot.
days away on foot, and a day or two on horseback.
All right.
All right. So no, the dragon eggs are particularly tricky, and they understand that why you're not particularly interested in this one. But I hear that well, just to let you know, and, Murda Stormbrew is a supplier of the Boulder Forge Inn, and he does provide the best ales in the continent, this side of the continent at least. So,
Yeah, we're just thinking of urgency, you see.
yeah.
And in terms of like logistics, it would make sense for us to go towards, sorry, Iceguard first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then proceed to solving the ghoul problem.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
That is to say, if we are able to solve uh, this, this thing in Iceguard um, in a speedy manner, like how long do
Yeah.
you think we
yeah.
how like why do you feel like the local authorities haven't caught up with the killer then? Like, is he particularly slippery, or are
He
they?
is. They couldn't find him. They tried, and just like for cases like these that already have the local government involved, um, they've already tasked other guilds
I see.
to to help out in this case.
Mm-hmm.
The Empire, being a little bit busy with the protecting of the North, and as she says, as she shrugs and looks up, parang dismissing, couldn't do anything to resolve this.
So there are others who are already on the case. You're saying.
They are they are already on the case, but
I see. Okay,
unfortunately,
that's noted. So
So
I,
I think
yeah, you were saying,
go,
Fiddle?
uh, go ahead. Ano yun?
Fish also slippery.
Yes, they are, Slurp, especially
Go,
when
go
they're
ahead,
wet.
Gibson.
Uh, well, I am just going to take these pieces of paper, Esmeralda, if you don't mind. I'm going to bring this up with some of my party mates. I'm sure they would like to hear the details of the case before we commit to any particular quest, but we will surely take your sense of urgency and preference in mind.
yeah, about that. I've s- I've seen your orc friend. He has the scars of a true warrior. But you might this is something on the house, and he hands you a silver knife. You might need that.
All right.
All right. Very well. You may keep these copies. You can deliberate amongst yourselves which particular quest to take. Just let me know because we need you guys to work. It's gonna be. There are a lot of quests available, but yeah, for now, these are the ones that I think is up your particular group's skill sets.
Thank you, and we appreciate the trust. I slide the knife to Findolin.
Mm-hmm.
Take it and hide it somewhere.
Okay. Findilin, you wanted to say something ba?
No na, I'll hold my word until the party is gathered.
All right. So, braving the test or passing the Boulder Forge test, and just being able to solve this particular puzzle, I am and being welcomed into this new guild, being met with new faces, some unfamiliar, some with new faces, some trustworthy, others a little bit less so. Um, you guys continue eating and retire into the night. We will continue this next week. Thank you guys for playing. And yeah, I'm excited to continue this then. Because there are a lot of story beats that I'm particularly interested in showing you guys. Right?
We have Strad tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play Strad tomorrow.
Start tayo bukas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa!
sure. Ay,
Alright.
what time? Same gabi pa rin, no?
Yeah, mga 8 siguro. 7 to
Okay,
8.
good, good.
Perfect.
Alright.
Alrighty. Thanks for the game, Dian.
Alright,
It's the
thank you
first time
guys.
Thanks, DM.
Hey, thanks, Dia.
Bye.